I used to be chronically lonely. I had no friends and I just felt this plaguing feeling of pain. But now I've gotten to the point where I don't feel lonely at all. I'm socially fulfilled. I'm gonna explain to you exactly how to do that in two simple ways, so you can pick one or the other. I'm going to explain the pros and cons of both of them, and I'm not gonna waste your time. So let me just explain what these things are. The first one is just being focused on one thing. This is quite self-explanatory. You just focus all your attention throughout the day on one thing. And this is, for example, if you have a goal that you're trying to achieve. So let's say you're a businessman and you want to make as much money as possible this year. This is your sole focus for the entire year. You're putting all of your attention into it. You just focus on it solely. And because of that, you don't actually, ironically enough, even if you're alone most of the time, you don't feel that lonely because you're completely fixated on this task that you're distracting yourself. This is why people will use social media when there's no friends around, when there's no one to speak to, because it's not that they're bored, it's that they feel lonely. So they're distracting themselves with stimulation. Scrolling. If they scroll, they don't need to think about their problems. Their brain doesn't have time to think. That's why they have constant stimulation. So this is just a healthier way of distracting yourself, basically. Focusing on a goal, focusing on your business, focusing on the gym. Maybe you're consuming so much gym content. You're going to the gym 2 times a day. You're thinking about it all the time. You're focusing on your meals, counting your calories. You're putting in so much effort into it. You don't even have time to think of all of this extra stuff, right? This is actually quite an efficient method, and there are pros of it. The pros are that, well, you don't need to go out of your comfort zone. You don't need to meet people, make friends. You don't need to do any of that. So it's easy. It's easy to do. You could do it starting today. Another pro, there's two actually. And you may have not even thought about this, but it's respected. When people hear, this guy who's working so hard, he's focused, he's so busy, he doesn't have time for friends. He's so busy, he doesn't have time to focus on girls. Wow, this guy, I want to be like this guy. This guy, he's the man. People respect the man who is so busy, who's so focused on this one task, he doesn't have time for other things. Basically, everyone respects that type of person. So you get respect from doing it. It feels good. And it's easy because you don't need to go out of your comfort zone. But I'll tell you the cons with the story. This is back in the day where I was focusing solely on my business a lot. And I would constantly work on it. And then I'd go to school. I was so disciplined back here. I was working so much. And then at the end of the day after school, I'd go to the gym. And then I'd be really focused on my work and everything. I'd come back home, and even though the entire day I didn't feel this whatsoever at all, as I was walking home every single day, and I didn't notice this at the moment, but I just felt this emptiness. I felt this emptiness for some reason. It didn't feel nice whatsoever, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't. I just thought it was some random empty feeling. It felt like I was missing something. I felt so productive. It felt so good. But it felt like I was missing something. I didn't want to continue living life this way. If I was told this is going to be the rest of my life, I'd be like, no, I don't want to live life like this. No, I don't want this to be my future. It felt like something was seriously missing, and I couldn't put my finger on it. Now I do know what it was. It was that feeling of loneliness. At this point in time, I still didn't really have any friends. And because of that, even though I was so focused, there's still going to be moments in your day where you won't be stimulated, you won't be distracted, and this feeling, it catches up to you. You're running away from it the entire time. You're doing work, scrolling, you're running. And eventually, it catches up to you when you least expect it. You're relaxing a little bit now. And before you know it, you feel empty, you feel this loneliness, and it feels horrible. And along with that, it's a temporary thing, right? You can't focus on one thing with so much effort all the time. You can't work and put all your attention into work for the rest of your life. At some point you're going to end up relaxing or falling short or changing your goal or whatever. And when that happens, what next? What then? Are you just gonna suffer in this loneliness for the rest of your life? I'll tell you an even better method, and it's the one that I've used to basically cure my loneliness permanently. It's the one that's allowed me to feel the most fulfillment, the happiest, and ironically, it's also quite respected if you do it right. And I'm sure you already know what this is. It's the one you've been procrastinating about. It's the one you haven't wanted to do because it's difficult. It's simply making friends, bro. It's so simple. It's so self-explanatory. If you feel lonely because you don't have any friends, then just make friends, bro. It's so simple. Most people won't do it because it's difficult and it's hard and they'll avoid it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It's really the only thing you can do if you really want to cure it. The first method won't work permanently, and the second method is the only way to do it. If you don't have friends, you will feel lonely no matter what. And I'll even tell you how I made my friends, because you want to make friends with people who you actually like being around. You don't make friends with a random old guy on the street because you just don't really want to be friends with a random old guy. So I'll tell you how to make friends and meet them who are similar to you, because that's super important, to find someone who's interested in the same things you are, who's also like just a kind, warm person who you like being around. So I made my friends in two ways. I made a lot of my friends from this thing called Skool. And if you've heard of Discord, Skool is quite similar to that. And in this website or app, basically there's all of these communities. You can join one, and in this community there's tons of other people inside of there who joined it for the same reason you did. It's a community on a topic. So I was in this community that was on some topic. I'm not going to tell you the topic of it. And randomly I got a message from someone in the community. He used the map feature and he saw that I was actually close to him, because in this map feature it kind of shows, this person is in Scotland as well. This person is near your town. It doesn't obviously dox you. But he messaged me and he was like, yo, bro, you're close to me. Do you want to meet up? And I was like, oh, okay, well, why not? We met up, we spoke, and that ended up becoming my friend. And I met like 5 other people just from doing that, because I'm in this community where I can meet people who are close to my town. Now, of course, if you're living on like the borders of the Highlands, obviously it won't really work for you. But making friends really shouldn't be your focus if you're on the borders of the Highlands where no one lives. But if you're in basically any civilization, most times, most communities will have someone who's also in there. And you can just go on this map feature, find people who are close to you, and just befriend them easily. Now, a component of this was that I was already confident and charismatic, and when I spoke to this person who I met in real life, I already built the foundation from improving my social skills, which is a step you're going to have to take. It's the difficult thing. You don't just meet someone and suddenly, because they are interested in the same things you are, become friends. You need to actually be someone who's enjoyable to be around. By the way, just real quick, I do have a Skool community of my own, which basically explains how to become more confident, because there's also courses in it. So you can become more confident, improve your social skills, and then you can literally meet people in this community, meet them in real life, and you've already been watching the courses, you're already super confident, and that becomes your next friend. I will tell you though, the first friend I made wasn't in school, it was in school, the actual institution. And I actually was strategizing about this for so long. I was thinking, okay, I have no friends right now. Maybe I'd benefit from making friends. I was writing on a document. How do I make friends? Who are the top prospects in my mind? And I was strategizing on this document. Okay, this guy, okay. That's a pretty good idea. I've seen him doing a few stuff that I'm interested in. Maybe, I should try and talk to him. How can I befriend him? What's the strategy? What's the best move? And at the end of the day, I didn't even follow the strategy I came up with. I just walked up to him and I was like, bro, do you want to hang out during lunch? And he said no. Yeah, he actually said no. And then randomly again, I just saw him walking alone, and I was like, "Oh, bro, how are you?" And I just followed. I just, I just followed him, and then we were talking for a bit, and we became friends, anyways. So I'm not gonna tell you to stalk and follow people, but I'm gonna tell you, you don't even need to be good at socializing if you have confidence, bro. Just do the thing, and it's most likely going to work out. But also, if you meet and also, if you just meet people who are just similar to you, by knowing who you are, by knowing what you like, you can just find them where you think they'll be. So I knew who I wanted to be around. I was in this community. That's how I met a lot of these people. Maybe you like something like, I don't know, Pokemon. Let's say you like Pokemon cards for whatever reason. Then you can join a community on that, or you can literally go to some, I don't know, Pokemon card event. Like, you would know, bro. And you go to those places, you frequent them, and you just talk to people there because you're so confident and charismatic, and people will be drawn to you because you're literally the only one who's so social, who's so confident, who's so positive and happy. That's how you make friends. So I'm gonna give you an actionable step right now. Pick one of the two. You either focus on one thing or you make friends. I'm not gonna force you to pick option B, making friends. You can pick either one, but you have to pick one. You have this loneliness, it's a problem. You need to fix it somehow, so pick one. You know the pros and cons? The pros and cons of making friends. I guess I didn't go over them actually. The pros and cons of making friends is that it's a lifelong skill that transfers to every other area of life, sales, jobs. It's one of the most wanted skills in any job. It's the best. It's transferable to everything. Communication will get you anywhere in life. It is able to get you women and attraction from them, so it also helps you with that. It will solve the root of the problem instead of just temporarily allowing you to avoid it. And you also just get better at handling rejection. So next time you'll be able to take opportunities you normally wouldn't. You'll be able to ask for that promotion when normally you wouldn't ask for the promotion because you understand rejections aren't the end of the world. The cons, it's a little bit embarrassing. You can get a bit embarrassed and then you'll never see that person ever again. And it kind of takes time out of your day to speak to people. It's so sad. You lose like 5 minutes a day talking to a new person. So, it might be risky to do it. It might be embarrassing. Oh no. Obviously the cons aren't that bad. So pick one and stick to it. Solve this problem finally. This is the only way to get out of this feeling of loneliness. I'm telling you, there's only two ways. Anyone else who's saying there's multiple, they align. You either make friends and you speak to people, other human beings, or you avoid it. And you can pick, bro, I'm not even saying the first one is bad. You could do this temporarily, and once you've achieved your goal, then you start talking to people. It's your choice, but I'm telling you, if you really want to solve this problem now and never deal with it again like I have, then improve your social skills and do the steps. Find people who are like you. Go in some community. I mean, you can join mine, but you don't even need to, bro. Find some community where people who you want to be around are. If you don't know that, you don't even know yourself well enough. What do you enjoy? Where do you want to meet these people? And just go there and be super social, be happy, be confident. Every one of my videos discusses how to do that. And the actionable step I'm going to give you here, if you don't know how to become social, if you don't know how to become confident, is literally book a coaching call with me, completely free. I will explain to you exactly the steps you should take to become confident, to meet people, and to actually just be able to speak to other human beings in a charismatic way. Check that out. No, not the top link, second link in the description, and I'll see you in there.